It's time for the Dallas Cowboys locker room huddle. Let's eat.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's safe to say that all these fans came out here to watch a game of football.
John, we're in commercial.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making conversation. Come on. Football!
It's pretty cool stuff. And all of these NFC East quarterbacks are feeling their own kind of heat coming into this season. But where is it the hottest? We're going to start with Graz. Which NFC East quarterback, let's rank these guys, are feeling the most heat right now, would you say?
Well, I think
these getting ranked too.
Carson Wentz is under the most pressure. This is a guy who has to live up to his backup. Nick Foles went in when he got hurt 2 years ago and led the Eagles to their first Super Bowl title. Last year, the Eagles were struggling through much of the year, not playing as well as the fans wanted them to. There was actual conversation. Should Wentz be starting or should they put Foles back in? He gets hurt again. They put Foles back in. They make the playoffs. Now Foles is gone. Wentz has to show, and he has to make good on what he showed in 2017 when he was an MVP candidate and leading the Eagles to the best record in the league before he got hurt. He absolutely is under a ton of pressure because he's got to deliver a Super Bowl title to be remembered as fondly as the guy who was backing him up. It's an unprecedented situation. I would say number two, I go with the guy who plays quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys because he plays quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and expectations are always high there. But I put Wentz ahead of him because Dak's probably going to have that contract by the time the season starts. But I think the pressure's on him to perform. I got to put Eli Manning number three. I mean, look, I think we are where we are with Eli Manning because they draft Daniel Jones in the first round. The expectation is at some point Eli moves aside, Daniel Jones takes over, whether that's this year, next year, whatever. But there's going to be a lot of heat around Eli Manning as usual. And then these Washington guys, I guess I'll put the rookie there because I think expectations are probably going to be higher for him than they are for Case Keenum. So that's my list. What do you guys think? Victor, what do you critique?
No, I agree with this list. I think Carson Wentz definitely has the most pressure on him, obviously living up to his backup that played great while he went down. I think the biggest thing is Eli. I mean, obviously he's under some pressure, but it just doesn't feel that way, at least coming out of the organization. Obviously, they drafted Daniel Jones, but it feels like they still believe in Eli, and it looks like he's still got some years left, at least in their eyes. So I agree with this list. I think it's spot on.
I don't agree with none of it.
Of course, you're still mad about the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
That's
Chiefs
right.
Kingdom.
Now, they're all right.
Graziano.
They follow
I'd
your
switch
stuff.
this one. I'd put him here. And I'll tell you why. This guy has already played at MVP level. He just got sidetracked because of injury. I still think he has the necessary sponsorship within his own organization. They want to pay him. They just want him to stay healthy. And quite honestly, I think he's a better quarterback than this guy. This guy right here, we're talking about, are they going to put him into the $30 million a year range? There's only 4 quarterbacks that are making $30 million plus, and we're talking about that for him. A guy who is everyone sold collectively on what he can do at his very best? I think we are. At Carson's very best, we know what he can deliver. Do we know that yet? And does it justify $30 million per year? I know $30 million per year. I know that's all relative. I know the salary cap is going up, and look, it's not my money. I don't care. You can pay him $50 million for all I care. It's just a matter of whether or not he's under more pressure than him, which I think it is. I would actually switch these two. I don't think I'm with Victor here. I don't think he's under any pressure. None. I think the Giants have made it very clear as far as how they feel about him and as far as when Daniel Jones will play, which is basically when Eli basically can't throw the ball 5 yards. Maybe they'll put him in. I don't know. Dwayne Haskins, I put him here only because of this. The pressure is going to be on him to get on the field. Because this is a football team that, look, I love Case Keenum. I was a big proponent of his in Minnesota. But look, you heard what he said. He knows why he's in Washington. He's just keeping it warm until he's ready to go. And people are going to want to see Dwayne Haskins. The only problem